going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Kamala Harris certifying her own losses, the passing of the torch. So let's get right into it.
So as you see, I'm back from assignment, and I'm not really allowed to tell you where I was. And if any of you ever find out, don't tell anyone, because I'll get in trouble. So let's go to D.C., where a big fight erupted today before Congress certified the election. Pretty much the same thing as January 6th, 4 years ago. Some minor differences. This just moments before Congress certified Trump's victory. CNN.
I really don't know if he should have said that. I know that for some people that's probably might settle in as, you know, kind of the overlook of the January 6th thing. I get what he's saying, but maybe a little poor taste. I don't know.
It says today marks the most stunning comeback in U.S. political history. And of all people, Kamala Harris was the one who made it official.
Of the United States are as follows. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 312 votes. Kamala D. Harris Kamala D. Harris of the state of California has received 226 votes.
First woman to certify her own loss. And first person to certify a U.S. election.
Hey, certified her own loss. That, oh man, I don't know. That's got to be tough right there, guys. Standing up there and reading off your losses. I guess your wins, but in the end, your losses.
Election for Hitler.
Well, today was obviously a very important day, and it was about what should be the norm and what the American people should be able to take for granted, which is that one of the most important pillars of our democracy is that there will be a peaceful transfer of power.
Trump calls today a big moment in history, and it's also the end of an era, the Obama era. A Democratic strategist,
yes,
you can just smell it in the air. A deep sense of betrayal among Democrat voters, and an underlying realization that the Democratic Party's Politburo sold voters a bill of goods. The gaslighting of the public on Biden's decrepitude, the false idol.
I want to just say something real quick. I was talking about this with somebody. The whole gaslighting word to me is, of course, new. And the meaning of the gaslighting is even stranger to me. I mean, let me know in the comments if you think so. To me, because, like, I was talking about it, and I understand what gaslighting is now, making you believe something that's possibly not true, but is from what I understand. But when somebody would just say, hey, gaslighting, what does gaslighting mean? I would think that would be like pushing your buttons. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything I can to tick you off. You know, I'm gaslighting you. I'm firing you up. I don't understand why they use it in the term they do. It makes no sense to me.
Of the Kamala Harris's campaign of joy and the repeated cowering to the far left. Even Chuck Schumer says Democrats lost their mind.
No, he didn't.
We did some things wrong, and we have to look in the mirror and see what we did wrong. And then there's some things we didn't do that we should have done. One of the things we have to do is we must focus on the working families of America. We talked about the mechanics of the legislation and the details of the legislation, and we really didn't show the kind of empathy and concern to average, or show enough of it, to average working families who didn't realize how much we had done and how much we care for them.
Chuck Schumer staged a photo op on Father's Day grilling burgers and dogs to show he's connected to average working families. Schumer got his one daughter on Facebook, and his other daughter's a lobbyist for Amazon. And neither of them ate the hamburger because Chuck put a slice of cheese on the raw meat. He's still saying Bidenomics delivers to working families, but those stupid rubes don't know how good they have it. We just need a new sales pitch. Here's some advice. Stop trying to show you care about Americans and just care about them. James Carvin,
Amen.
still in recovery.
It's very depressing. But if you're doing political strategy, you know, if you have an airplane crash, you got to go back and find out what went wrong. There's a simple, basic rule of politics is voters want an election about them. They don't want an election about you or your opponent. And for too much, we lost that. I lost it myself. We made it about Trump, and we didn't make it about voters. And it's never a good idea. And how could I, at 80 years old, been doing this for 50 years, rise into that level of stupidity? You know, I got to ask myself. But I think we did. And, you know, let's learn from this. It's a disaster.
I was off for 2 weeks on assignment.
It's a disaster.
And I didn't think I'd come back to a new year and still have Democrats struggling over what went wrong. Same with Biden. After hiding.
Yeah, they're going to sit there and they're going to talk about what went wrong, what they did wrong, what they could have done better. You know, it's just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, Two-Faced Joe. Yeah, I don't know, folks. This is, I talked about it. And I know I just did a video on Biden, and I sent another one today, but I'm not even going to cover it right now. But, you know, with the banning of the oil drilling, that was one of the best things that we knew that Trump was going to do. Excuse me. When he went in office, was we knew we was going to get oil back. We knew we were going to lower the fuel cost, and if you can lower the fuel cost, then you can lower the transportation costs of goods, and then if you can lower the transportation costs of goods, you can possibly lower the prices of those goods. Now, I'm not sure if any of that means anything, that if any of these companies are going to go down on the prices just because of that. I don't know. It seems like once inflation hits and things go up, sometimes they tend to kind of just stay there. We'll see. I hope something can get done.
From the press, he's now snapping at them.
The only thing, my being the oldest president, I know more world leaders than any one of you ever met in your whole goddamn life.
What? Whoa. Holy moly. I cannot believe he just said that. Really? Wow. And this comes from, I'm not downing anybody, not saying that you're not a Christian if you don't believe in Jesus, if you say a cuss word. But I was always taught that, you know, coming up into religion, that was like one of the worst words that you could ever possibly use out of anything. And there old Joe goes with his anger banging. Wow. Man.
All these relationships Biden had with world leaders, what good did it do?
Not
He
a
couldn't stop
bit.
Russia from invading, Mexico from invading, or China from spying. And now he's just monkeying around.
You know what Jesse Helms talked about? Before he died, he said, I made a big mistake, Joe. I should have never said what I said. And by the way, I didn't get on with him at all. But know what he said? He said, I should have never said what I said about, you know, all those folks just got out of trees not long ago like monkeys.
What?
He said, I was wrong about that. I want to take it all back. People can change, but you got to know them. You got to talk to them. Doesn't mean you'll do it.
Shouldn't have said what he said about people being monkeys. Oh my goodness. This is Joe babbling on here.
But things can change.
Biden just told that story to new members of Congress. The moral of the story is that old white racists can change?
Old white
Why is he
racists
telling
can
that
change.
story? We don't know, but he kept going.
By the time Strom Thurmond left the United States Senate, he had, I'm not making a case for him, but he had more African Americans on his staff than any United States senator had. More. Strom Thurmond had an illegitimate child with a black woman. Never denied it, never stopped paying for his
Child support.
There's a lot of strange people. A lot of different people. I mean, well, I bet I could look at you and I could find some strange things too.
I think that Joe would be better off if he just was a comedian. You know, I mean, I have to admit that, you know, if it wasn't so serious, you know, if he wouldn't have been our president and he'd been in office and, you know, just doing some of the brain dead things that he does, some of this would be so comical. So comical.
No, but I'm really serious.
So my racist friend set the record for the amount of blacks he had working for him, and he got a black woman pregnant. And you have skeletons in your closet too.
And he never quit. He never quit paying.
Later, Biden sang happy birthday to some teenage activist and forgot his name.
Guess what? Tomorrow is his birthday.
Is it gonna be 18? He can
We
vote.
have a tradition in our household. Gotta sing happy birthday. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
We've all done it. For the first time in a while, the big guy spent the weekend at the White House instead of hunkered down with Hunter in Delaware. And he was handing out presidential medals of freedom like candy canes.
The candy canes.
Got one. He deserved it. Hillary Clinton got hers, although she never once led the league in assists. And doesn't she look fantastic? Whatever she's doing is working. Biden even gave one to George Soros, a man who single-handedly financed an American crime spree.
Yeah.
Soros the younger accepted it on his father's behalf, but Soros, the Democrats' biggest donor, got a presidential medal of freedom? That is tacky. Hunter was in the House. He was hoping for one too, but all he got was a pardon. He promised he'd ensure a smooth transition for the next Trump administration.
So smooth.
He banned offshore oil and gas drilling.
Yeah.
Trump.
There we go. We talk about
I
it.
see it just came over that Biden has banned all oil and gas drilling across 625 million acres of U.S. coastal territory. It's ridiculous. I'll unban it immediately. And when I see somebody saying he's going to ban 625 million acres, he doesn't know what that is. He doesn't even know what 625 million acres would look like. And we can't let that happen to our country. It's really our greatest economic asset. And we're not going to let that happen to our country.
Biden knows Trump's just going to reverse it. He's just trying to eat up the clock.
He's eating it up.
Keys on the lawn before you take him to school. You're gonna find the keys, but he's just being a pain.
He's just slowing the process down.
Fiscal ticking time bomb, and it's threatening to blow up at any minute. A $2 trillion deficit that's freaking out the bond market. And Trump's coming in ready to rewire the last 4 years.
Rewired.
Trump's teeing up the AI economy, higher wages and productivity, and real demand. Not fake demand for things no one likes, like electric cars, or migrant handouts, and whale-killing windmills. He's been at Mar-a-Lago dialed in, holding meetings with advisors, poring over charts of the McKinley-Teddy Roosevelt presidencies, analyzing the economic benefits of tariffs. That's according to the No Spin News. Trump's getting set to cram a year of promises into one day.
Wow.
The latest game plans to pack Trump's tax, energy, and border agenda into one big mega bill and get it past the House by late April.
Guys, he has got a lot of work to do. I hope that everybody will be patient. I know how people are. People be like, when's he going to do this? When's he going to do that? When's he going to do this? But look, guys, be patient. He has a lot to do. And Biden has trying to build a wall at the White House for Trump to have to deal with, to break down. Oh, goodness.
Well, I favor one bill. I also want to get everything passed. And, you know, there are some people that don't necessarily agree with it, so I'm open to that also. My preference is one big, as I say, one big, beautiful bill. Now, to do that takes longer. You know, to submit it takes longer, actually, but so it's a longer process. To me, it just is cleaner, it's nicer. Now, with that being said, we'd get some border work done a little bit earlier, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I was out on assignment.
We had some material to use.
Working the phones influence jawboning congressman into keeping Mike Johnson as Speaker. This is what he said. Quote, "It would be disrespectful to Americans who voted in a historic presidential election to have this Speaker's vote go to a second or third ballot." Ending with, fellas, we have a lot to do. Let's get to it.
Wow.
And they voted in Mike Johnson with only one holdout, Congressman Massey from Kentucky. Trump's expecting no shenanigans over his nominations. The Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, privately told Trump that Hegseth already has the votes to be confirmed at the Pentagon. And next week, confirmation hearings, baby. We're told it could be Hegseth, Pam Bondi, Tulsi, Kash Patel, and maybe more, all lining the runway before inauguration, which is January 20th. Happens to be Martin Luther King Day.
Oh,
So
really?
everybody's going to have the day. This means there's no excuse for this crowd to not be the biggest crowd in
Ever.
inauguration history. The second Trump term is strictly business. Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, they call her the Ice Maiden, has no tolerance for troublemakers. She wants a no-drama zone at the White House. She's promising it won't be the same chaotic den of self-sabotaging that stymied the first term. She told
Amen.
staffers, "I don't welcome people who want to work solo or be a star. My team and I will not tolerate backbiting, second-guessing inappropriately, or drama. These are counterproductive to the mission." Trump
Amen.
nominated a bunch of Fox News hosts who aren't allowed to be stars. This should be fun. Young staffers are being told to get ready to work punishing hours.
Oh no.
Hours that primetime staff work, 7 a.m. to 9.
They out the door.
This is a stark contrast to the Biden White House. There will not be lids called at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. The incoming Trump administration wants no sand in the gears this time. That means from the inside or from the outside. The resistance for now has been broken. There's only a few dead-enders like Judge Merchan here in New York, who's announced he's going to sentence Trump for the so-called hush money case this Friday. No jail time, he says. He just wants to get one last whack at the bad boy before he's sworn in. The resistance will regroup eventually.
Oh, wow.
They'll definitely throw more than a snowball. But this presidency is about to start with a bang. So get ready.
Boom.
And Happy New Year. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News.
Right, guys, that was our show for today. And what a show was it, man. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Drop us a comment if you got something that you need to tell us, want to talk about, add to. Doesn't really matter. Just let us know that you're there, you care. Hit that subscribe button. Come back and check it out the next time. And we will see you on the next one, guys.